What is up, everybody, and welcome once again to the Unrelated Sports Podcast. I'm Andy McConnell, and with me, as always, is lifelong Florida Panthers fan, Cody Allstat. Cody, how are we feeling tonight?
I almost as ecstatic as I was when Texas won the national championship.
Nice.
Courtney was a little disgusted, my wife, by she's like, "Great, you almost had a heart attack and you've been watching hockey for a year, or like this is the first game I've seen you watch, and you're already freaking out." So good for me.
It's because it's the Cup.
It was
There's something
Stanley
different
Cup.
about the Stanley Cup playoffs. Like it gets, even when casual people tune in, it's insane.
It was insane to watch. Like they're just skating so hard for so long, and like
And then, go ahead.
flying. Everything is flying. It's just
Mm-hmm.
it's cool to see.
So aside from your Panthers winning, how was the rest of your weekend?
It was a good weekend. I'm actually been off for the last few days. Took a week off to spend some time with the kids while our daycare is out of town. So I actually got one of my children, the other child, from last, was it 2 episodes ago? My daughter Abby wants to say hello. So Abby, here she's coming. She wants to say hi. Can you say
Hi.
hi?
Hi, Abby.
Well, what do you want to say? What have we been doing this week?
We've been playing in the pool.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And what did we do on Monday and have tomorrow?
We are doing t-ball.
Yep. Last game of T-ball is tomorrow night.
Nice.
We've been hitting really well, haven't we? Yeah. Can you say go Fins?
Dolphins.
All right. And go Panthers.
Go Panthers.
All right. Well, you got any questions for Abby, Andy?
How is T-ball going? That's what I think everybody wants to know.
Yeah. How's T-ball going?
Good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
You having
Good.
fun?
Yes.
Good. What's your favorite part of it?
That's the main thing.
Probably using the bat.
Batting. She's gotten
Good.
really good at batting.
Good.
All right. You have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Love you.
Okay. Thanks, Abby.
She has been talking nonstop about being on this for, well, a couple weeks at least, since she saw Aiden was on it.
Yes. See, look at us. We're becoming even more famous. Now we got 2 guests.
Exactly.
2. So, I remember. T-ball days were always fun. I remember.
They were. And to be fair, she is actually, this year, we've been calling it T-ball tour, but it's coach pitch this year. So.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
So, she's been.
Even that was.
We had
fun too, though.
It's a lot of fun, yeah. Well, we were talking about it last night at the game, and I think it's more fun watching them than it is watching most of the major league games that I've ever been to. Just utter chaos.
Oh, I do remember. I remember those days of watching my brothers play T-ball and stuff, and it's like, oh my gosh. Especially when you really watch some kids who have no clue what the heck's going on. And it's like,
and then you watch some kids that like know what is going on. There's a vast difference. Yeah. I'd say Abby's learned a lot. She pays attention really well. She's been
good,
and she's been wanting to learn. So we've been practicing on batting, and it's fun.
Yeah, that's good. And again, the most important thing is long as she's having fun, especially at that age.
Yep.
Like that's a big thing.
Yeah, some of the parents and kids are already taking it too serious, but
you're gonna have that.
Yeah, no matter what.
Yeah.
I mean, I was probably one of the kids that took everything too serious too, but.
Yeah, I'm gonna admit, I still take everything way too serious.
Yeah.
Because everything's a championship game, no matter how you look at it. I don't like to lose.
Yeah, I was getting smack talk about college football tonight. Ooh, that's some big news. We're one step closer to playing each other in NCAA football.
Why is that, Cody?
Because I got my Xbox One X.
Yeah, that a boy. Oh, hey, just an FYI, 3 weeks. I just held up 2 fingers. 3 weeks until
Yes,
early
Takedown
release.
3.
Yeah.
Oh, it's coming out Wednesday night for Tuesday night.
Oh, yeah, Tuesday night technically. Yeah.
Tuesday night for.
Or maybe it's late. Maybe it's like midnight Eastern on that Monday, like how everyone.
Okay.
It, but yeah. Have you figured out who you're going to be at? I still have not. I keep waffling. I waffle too much.
I've changed my mind a few times. I'm right now. I'm leaning towards SMU.
Ooh. You're gonna start paying. Wait, hey, you can pay players legally now, so you don't have to worry about getting the death penalty.
Exactly. I'm pretty excited about that.
That's
I told you before. I like the Texas pipeline. I don't know if that's still a thing, but
yeah,
they're not a good school. But
no, they're not.
I don't know. I'll have to. What'll end up happening is I'll look through the teams, see who, like the bottom 20 teams, who has like the lowest rating that has a pro style offense, and I'll pick the worst one of those. But
yeah, mine's gonna be
that's not Indiana, I guess, or in a Power 5.
Well, we don't run pro style. I don't really know if they run any type of offense at all. They run maybe just a smidge more offense than Iowa. That's about it.
That's saying a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I keep waffling because, like, I want to go to the MAC because weeknight action. Who doesn't love weeknight action?
Yeah.
Or,
does that have anything to do with your name being Andy Mack?
No, it's Mac. Who does not love good old weeknight action? It's how we get football every day of the week.
That's true.
Or I might want to go to the Sun Belt. Like
Fun Belt.
Who doesn't love good Fun Belt? Or I still have an affinity for UTEP. I don't know why, but I just wanted to.
All right.
Also,
it's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
I like the Texas pipeline.
There will be plenty of smack talk on this podcast.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of I remember in the old ones, we were talking about the pipelines, but they actually mattered in that because the best almost all your best recruits always came out of Texas, California, and Florida.
Yep.
And so,
I mean, if you
had to have a pipeline into one of those schools.
That's true. And if you look how serious EA has taken this game for every little step every little nuance they put in the game, I have a gut feeling that the pipelines are gonna have to matter a lot.
Yeah, I hope so. Because otherwise, me talking about the pipelines is irrelevant.
Yeah, then we'll just go back and I'll re-edit all this
and
just make it like it never happened at all.
Do what they did with old Star Wars movies and just re-edit things and change things. Not that you would watch them because you are lame.
Again, I watched the original trilogy and I thought it was meh, but yeah. Yeah, just breathe in. I'll tell you when to breathe out, but we'll get to that point. So were you doing a lot of breathing in, breathing out then for the Panthers Oilers Game 7?
I think that I kept my composure pretty well until that final. I don't know what it's called. What's that called when they have the puck held against in their skates, basically against the wall?
Basically, just pinning it against the boards.
Yeah, when they pinned that, that's when I was getting up and I was telling you though, you were asking me for going into game 5 and 6, where my confidence level is. And at one point I had it at 8-9, and going into game 7, I'm going to say it was at a 2. And when we had a 2-1 lead going into the third, I might have gotten up to a 3. And I think this is just me being a sports fan and being used to utter collapses. And I think with 15, 20 seconds left, it might have moved up to a 4. But I was still just even when it was pinned against that wall, with 10 seconds left, I'm still imagining that coming out and just ending up in the net and going into overtime.
Yeah, you're just waiting for the puck to get kicked out and then Connor McDavid just to go splash right into
Connor McDavid.
Yeah. I will say, though, he did have an open net and Bobrovsky stuffed him.
Yes, he did.
Game. Oh, that was...
Bobrovsky was
crime.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Like,
like we said, arguably should have won the Conn Smythe Trophy.
yes,
Probably.
like Connor McDavid had a legitimate thing. He won it, obviously, and he legitimately deserved it. But like, it's still weird to me to give it to the team that loses. Like it's an empty trophy at that point.
Well, and what do you do with a trophy like that? Like, if you're him, like,
Yeah,
what do you do with it? Like, do you put it in your trophy room? I mean, you could use that as motivation. Like, in
yeah.
all honesty.
This is the game that. Yeah, I guess. What do they do with like what did the Falcons do with the NFC Championship trophy that they have from
Ooh, from 2016.
losing?
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's
like
a
does
good
anybody
question.
have that displayed?
I mean, I would assume they probably do, but it's maybe just in its own display behind their other NFC Championship trophy. Maybe I don't know. Um, well, and what's interesting too is Edmonton's second best player, Leon Draisaitl. He indicated he might not want to come back.
Oh, did he? I didn't see that.
Yeah, there's like rumors going around about that. Which I don't. Why would you want to leave a team that just went to the Cup and you have the best player on planet Earth that might go
Yeah.
down as potentially the a top 3 greatest of all time? I don't quite get it.
Wow. Yeah, he's who are your top 3 hockey? If he's
Ooh,
3 right now, I've
of
got
all
to
time,
think Gretzky's 1.
Gretzky and then maybe Mario Lemieux. Yeah, that or you can go like old school, go like either Bobby Orr, Gordie Hall, maybe, um,
Okay.
or Gordie Howe. Sorry, not Gordie Hall. Gordie Howe. Um, I would say probably somewhere in that range. You can maybe even throw
Okay.
Alexander Ovechkin up there too, considering he's probably going to break Wayne Gretzky's scoring record. Um, I will say I'm not that enriched in hockey history, like I could like about like
There
compared to like football, for example. But
right. It feels like there was a player that I heard about for a long time that was like considered the best player in hockey for quite a while, and I wonder where
Sid,
he would rank in.
Sidney
Sidney
Crosby,
Crosby, yes.
yeah, that one's interesting. Like I'm
He
pretty
just
sure he's
he
top
had a
10.
lot of injury history though. I know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hockey. I think everybody. If you don't have an injury history, you're probably not a good player.
Well, I was watching the Pat McAfee show when I was on lunch today, and they were saying, it's about give it a day or two after the Stanley Cup final, and you find out that half of these guys have been playing with like broken legs, broken arms,
Yeah,
torn ACLs. Those hockey players are built different. They just are.
it's it's strange what they go through.
Yeah, like them and NFL players are probably they're the 2 toughest athletes that you face or that are on their respective
Yeah,
fields.
I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna throw in some wrestlers are pretty tough SOBs too. I mean,
That is true. I mean, Spencer Lee did win
it's,
a title with what, no ACLs?
yep.
Yeah.
And I remember a high school one of the guys I idolized in high school that was Hawkeye national champ, and he was the head coach of Decorah High School up until last year. Lee Fullhart, I remember him having a broken leg, winning a state championship in high school. Like it
That's
takes
insane.
it takes a different kind of person to do that type of stuff.
Yeah, you have to be really wired different up here to be able just to kind of fight through that kind of a pain.
Yeah. Like I stepped on a rock the other day and it ended my like I was down for the day.
Yep, I know that feeling. Yeah, or you just bump something just right, and it's like, oh my gosh, this pain sucks.
And then these
Um,
guys are every step they're taking is excruciating and they're not even flinching.
um, Speaking of not even flinching, do we want to talk about what happened at the PGA Tour event in Connecticut over the weekend at the Travelers Championship?
Yeah, let's go into it.
So, I
It
guess
was a great tournament.
there were five guys tied for the lead with 5 holes to play, and then Tony Finau took a 1-shot lead on the next hole, and then then he put a ball in the drink, and it all went downhill from there.
Yeah. Then Tom Kim played outstanding.
I know,
He
leader
went
for all
he
first 3 days of the tournament.
and he wins that championship 99% of the time if there isn't a guy by the name of Scotty Scheffler playing in
Wait,
behind him.
Scotty. Is he inmate number 004? What? Yeah,
Cleared of all charges.
Yeah, that guy. Um, yeah, he's good at golf, isn't he?
He's insanely good at golf. Like, I saw a video of him where he's yelling, "I shanked it," and it's like, I would have considered that the best shot of my life, and he's complaining about it. And like, even after it's landed, and like sometimes they say it's shank it and it ends up really close to the hole, he hit it. It went a few yards to the right or left, and I shanked it. And even after it landed and rolled up, like with like a 15-foot putt, yeah, he's still mad about it. Like, if I'm on the green, I'm a happy man.
Yep, same. Unless I'm like 5 inches away from the green, and then I know I can try to get it close. But yeah. But yeah, so we fast forward to Sunday on the 72nd hole on hole 18. Scotty, Tom Kim, and Akshay Bhatia hit their approach shots into the green. And as Scotty, Kim, and
Scotty was up one.
Yep, one over Tom Kim, and then
over Tom Kim
was like three behind. So
yeah,
he's still having a good tournament. I think he was like 18 under at that point.
Right,
he was still 3 behind the lead. But as those guys are sizing up their respective putts, what happened, Cody?
Well, this next segment is brought to you by Decora Pest Control. The Decora Pest Control will spray for insects, treat for mice and rats. He has monthly and quarterly services, and he inspects for wood-eating insects. Call Cass at 563-419-3251.
Oh, yes, it's our favorite segment of the week. Our Pest of the Week.
Pest of the Week. How many were there? 4 or 3 or 4?
Five or six. 5 or 6.
People stormed the green with spray paint.
Yeah, protesters for Stop Big Oil. Don't know why you're doing that at a golf tournament, but
I don't know why you're doing it at a PGA golf tournament. If you're going to do that, maybe go to a live tournament.
Why? What do they have association with oil?
Nothing with Saudi Arabia.
Oh, okay.
At all, nothing.
Yeah,
like,
I guess.
Yeah, they storm it. They spray paint. Like, none of them got anything done. They got like a 2-inch or like a 1-foot line maybe of red paint on there and on the green, and they were all tackled and handcuffed. And
do you think Scotty had PTSD?
Maybe I bet he felt sorry for the guy. Like, I've been there, man. I've been arrested like that.
I wonder, like, how do these guys get in? Like, I'm assuming there's multiple ways. Obviously, you can get at any golf course because it's so big, but just how? Like, how does nobody notice them? Especially, like, I don't know how you can hide whatever, like, big spray paint thing they had. But yeah, these protesters, again, understand you want to help try your best, save the environment, yada, yada, yada. But by doing something stupid like this makes people hate your cause even more.
Yeah. Yeah, it does the exact opposite of what you're expecting it to do.
Yeah.
But a lot of these people aren't actually in for what they say they're in for. Like, oh, I want to save, but no, I just want to be noticed. That's what it comes down to.
And then I think, they got jailed, and I think their bond was $5,000. I can't remember what the penalty or what their potential jail time is or anything. But yeah, that was quite interesting. Like, that's when I've been flipping back and forth between that and the NASCAR race when it was in a race.
Okay.
And I flipped because I was going in between stuff, and after Scotty hit his approach shot, that was the last of the group. So then I waited a couple minutes. I think the NASCAR race might have been on commercial or doing something. And then I flip it back, and literally right when all those guys are on the green, the next thing you know, then the protesters are on, and of course CBS can't show you don't want to show the footage of the people on there.
No, that's the last, like,
even more.
That's the last thing you want to do. But it's the year 2024. There's enough people with video evidence of everything happening.
Which there was. I mean, Jim Nantz gave some commentary. It wasn't quite Kevin Harlan-esque, like when Harlan would be broadcasting the game and like during the Super Bowl when the guy would run
streaker
or whatever. Yeah, but I saw some tackles. I mean, from the footage, solid form tackle. Wasn't even targeting in the NFL. So
No,
kudos to security.
were there any hip drops? Because that is banned in the NFL
Ooh,
now.
ooh.
I think there
I don't
was a
think
hip
so.
drop.
Oh, well, that's 15. That's a 15-yard penalty. I keep forgetting that
I'll
that's
have
put in
to.
that rule. That's gonna be that's another topic for another day.
Yeah.
But so after all the chaos, Scotty lines up with a putt to just put away Tom Kim and win the tournament, and he misses by about 2 rolls, like
Yep.
just about maybe a ball length outside the pin, and then Tom Kim lines up, but probably what a 7-footer, 10-footer for birdie, and nothing but the bottom of the cup.
Right.
Sends
It
into the
was.
playoff.
It was a thing of beauty. It dropped. I mean, there was no doubt going. Like
No,
as soon as he hit it, it's going in.
Yeah, and he started moving right and kind of looked not quite Tiger-esque, but it was still just a big fist pump and yell, like, yeah. And I mean, the crowd at the Travelers, very, very passionate crowd, very fun crowd, especially on 18.
That kid's going to be good for a long time. I think. I mean,
yep. And really, I mean, and if any of you have ever have watched Full Swing on Netflix, he's a pretty sweet dude, pretty fun.
And he's young. He's what 20,
22, I believe, 22 or
22?
So still very young, still a young pup.
Yeah.
The only bad part is that Scotty's also not necessarily old.
Yeah. What's he? 27.
Yeah. So
he looks so much older than Tom Kim, though.
I know he does, and then it also adds like 6 years when he has the beard on. Like
That's true.
But I don't know. Now Scotty shaved the beard and he wasn't playing great, and now he's growing the beard back. So,
and then they went into a one game or sudden victory playoff, and Tom Kim took forever to swing the club.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people were not happy with that, not just in the playoff, but during regulation. It's like, oh boy, Tommy, this is not how you get people on your side.
No, that's like I think that was one of people's favorite things about Rory when he was playing really well. I mean, he's still been playing really well, just not putting well the last couple holes. He played so quick. Like quick reads, he'd take a look and he went up and hit the ball. There was no 15 practice swings. It was just quick play of golf.
I know that's what a lot of the broadcasters on the LPGA Tour like about Nelly Korda, is that now maybe that'll change now with her missing another cut, but that she literally, it's basically maybe a practice swing and then just let her rip.
I mean, everybody has what works for them, I guess, but they also change a lot too.
Yeah, and I don't know, sometimes speeding up the pace of play is always a good. I mean, like a baseball, it's helped baseball out a lot too. So
yeah, I'm sure it has. I haven't watched a game still, but
it's right. That's what I'm here for.
It's
my Twins are currently down 4-1 too, by the way, just if you're curious. So
I wasn't.
Okay, well, that's what I'm here for.
I do know that the Florida Panthers won a Stanley Cup last night. I don't know if you remember that.
Well, good for you. You guys killed all of Canada. So I hope you're proud.
Was it Catlin sent us that today about that the United States has. You send that to me?
Yes, I did.
Okay. The United States has won a Canadian Football League championship since the last time that a Canadian team has won an NHL
Yep.
championship.
So for context, the Montreal Canadiens in 1993 were the last Canadian team to win the Stanley Cup. So in other words, no Canadian team has won the Stanley Cup since I've been born. So maybe it's a me thing.
Maybe it is you. How many Canadian teams are there?
7.
Okay.
7. I actually looked this up earlier today. So 7. But yes, Baltimore used to have a Canadian Football League team. Like I think there used to be a couple American or US teams in the Canadian Football League, and that's actually kind of what helped them spring to get the Ravens.
Okay.
In all honesty, I did not know that until just a little bit of research today. But yeah, Baltimore won the old Grey Cup in 1995. So
since you've been born.
Yeah. So we are red, white, and
right?
better than you.
What year were you born?
93.
Okay.
So yep, that's why I said basically since I've been born, There have been no Canadian Stanley Cup champs.
Awesome.
So yeah, America, we're red, white, and better than you. So.
And I can't wait to see the Olympics this year for wrestling.
And I was just remember this earlier when I was reading something today. So in 2028, we're gonna get flag football in the Olympics. Yep. I saw that Canada played Brazil in, like, I don't know if it was under 20 football, like American football. The Brazilians have some work they got to do, just a little bit. You want to take a guess?
How bad was it?
Take a guess.
77-7.
No,
I don't know how they do this point.
You're being a little bit too generous to the Brazilian side. It was 110-0.
Wow. Yeah, they got a little cleaning up to do.
Yeah. I will say though, I was just saying about this. Watching the Jamaican team play against the U.S. would be fun, just in a game of flag football, because the Jamaicans could just win sweeps and arounds all day long.
That's true. That's true. But Tyreek's gonna have to play some defense.
Ooh, that would be interesting. I want to see him
against
one of the.
By 2028, he'll be aged.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't know. He might still have to start paying for child support. So.
That's true.
So you never know. He might still be trying to earn that paycheck.
That's very true.
You know who also is earning or starting to earn a paycheck or their paycheck? Miss Angel Reese. We will give her flowers.
Yes, definitely.
We normally don't.
What did she play? No, we usually have a lot of bad things to say about her because of her attitude, and even her attitude after having a couple good games still upsets me. But she did have 25 points against the Fever in their comeback. I think the Fever were up by 15, and then the Sky came back and won it by 1. With Angel Reese scoring 25, 26.
Yeah. 25 points, 16.
You are on mute.
I'm on mute. Oh.
Hello?
Are you sure I'm on mute?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes. Oh, this is not good. Oh, good old live podcasting. Okay. Hey, now, Cody, as we speak, is fixing things here. Can you?
I haven't heard a word you said in a little bit here, Andy.
Okay. Well, I know. I could tell. Yeah, because I could. The sound's registering on my end, and I was just kind of looking at you. Can you hear me now, though? Oh. Can you not hear me? Oh, this ain't good. One moment, ladies and gentlemen. Okay.
Now I hear you.
You can hear me now? Okay.
I can hear you now.
Okay, good.
I don't know what happened.
Well, I don't know what happened either. But now we're back. That was...
Oh, right.
So, we're talking about Angel.
Angel Reese.
26 points, 15 boards.
That's...
Not a bad night. Not a bad day at the office. And I will say, she had a nice little left-handed move to basically have the game-winning bucket. Oh, that was chef's kiss. That was really good. I will give her flowers.
Yeah, she's looked the part more than she has all year.
Mm-hmm. And
I think she's had 3 or 4 20-point games in a row, actually.
Yeah, let's see. We're gonna look at little stats here if we can. But yeah, she is playing good ball. Let's see. Let's go to the splits here.
And here's some cat's butthole. Nobody wants to see it.
Okay, so she actually is not having a streak of 25 plus, but so she's had 25 and 16, 16 points, 18 boards her previous game before that. The previous game against the Fever, she only had 11 points and 13 boards. But she's on like a double streak. It's kind of like she had in college. But yeah, kudos to Miss Angel. They're
yeah.
I like the fact that even though they didn't want to, they said it wasn't really a rivalry in college. I'm just glad this is translated to the WNBA. It's fun.
It's becoming a rivalry there for sure.
Well, I mean, it's not just the Caitlyn and Angel aspect. I just think both teams don't like each other. They just don't.
No.
Hey, this technically, I mean, I know your cat's been here before, but we've had 2 guests this podcast.
This is our first album. I'm sure. I wonder if she was on the episode with Aiden. There's her tail. Goddamn cat.
Oh boy, yeah. For those of you that are not watching us, you're missing out on some fun stuff.
Yeah, the cat is causing chaos. It is also petting itself with the computer right now. So you're okay, cat.
That's interesting.
Cats are a different breed.
I know. I had 2 cats, though. I like cats. For the most part, they're chill.
Yeah. This one's
until they want to make it about
us.
Until they want to make it about them.
Yeah. Like, until they want attention.
Yep. And then it's like, nope, this is us. Hey, I will say, and speaking of chaos, to an extent, in the NASCAR race over the weekend in New Hampshire, they got about half the race done, and then it rained, and then then they decided to race on rain tires for the last half of or wet weather tires as they call them. So
I didn't know that was a thing.
They just kind of started doing it the last few years. It was interesting. I mean, it was pretty cool to see because at New Hampshire, usually that track is maybe only 1-2 lanes wide. There's just not a lot of passing there at all. But with the way how wet the track was, the drivers didn't want to go where the track was dry because then it just eats up your tires and you're not running as fast. So you want to go wherever the wet is. So they were running 5-6 wide. It was
interesting.
Yeah. Now, I did get a little mad because both Brian Blaney and Bubba Wallace got taken out because of 2 idiotic low percentage moves because guys ran out of talent. But, yeah, so it just allowed Christopher Bell, who probably had the best car all day, to win anyway. But
who won? Christopher Bell did?
Yeah, guy by the name of Christopher Bell. Very talented guy. Probably will be a champion within the next 3 years, I'll say.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's Andy's NASCAR minute. Brought to you by, me.
Let's see. Wrestling. I know that the college recruit. I did not see. I should look to see if Bo Bassett took 7 schools off of his. That might have been because it might have been Wednesdays that he does that. And last week we aired, or we recorded late, so let me see. Dang it. Twitter is not being kind to me.
Darn you, Elon. Get your app figured out.
Right? Ah ha ha ha.
Did you find it, or did you get stabbed by the cat?
Got stabbed by the cat.
Nice.
It must.
Actually,
it looks nice. Like it'll be done it'll probably be done tomorrow, so maybe next week I'll be able to tell some schools that got taken off the list.
Okay.
I know there hasn't been a lot of recruiting. Iowa did get a in-state recruit tonight for a 4-time place winner at state.
Okay.
Committed to Iowa, but hopefully he'll be good. I don't remember his name. It wasn't a huge recruit, but
okay.
I know that a lot of Russian. They're talking about this year's Olympics. There should be asterisks next to Olympic champions because a lot of the best wrestlers from Russia are not allowed to compete in it for pretty much not for doping this time. There was that scandal before, but it's something political.
Oh yeah, So unless they denounce their not in this their devotion to Russia. Okay, I got you.
Which is too bad because Kyle Snyder and Sadulev had a really good rivalry going, and won't be able to see that this year. But
Yeah, I mean that does suck though. I mean, just I understand why all of it's going down, but
yep, it sucks. You want to see the best people compete against each other. That's just what makes the Olympics fun. I think
yeah,
when do they start? About a month from now, July,
the
end of
Olympics,
July.
yes, yeah, because I know so NBC does the NASCAR coverage for the second half of the year, and well, since NBC also does the Olympics, NASCAR goes on their Olympic break after the Brickyard 400, which is like July 19th. It's Austin's birthday.
Cat.
So, and then they're off for 2 weeks. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm assuming it's sometime around that
I,
ballpark.
I know that Spencer Lee, if he goes for the gold, which fingers crossed, it'll be on August 9th, would be his
Okay.
gold medal matches, which is my son's birthday.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool how stuff tends to cross paths
Yeah.
like that or match up like
Yep.
that. So, let's see. Trying to think anything
Other.
else. The Twins won 2 of 3 again. I know I mentioned how they're losing right now, but they did win 2 of 3 in Oakland, which is good because that'll be the last time they'll ever have to play in Oakland since the A's are moving to Vegas. Because
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, there. Oakland has not been in a good place for the Twins. They've had so many weird games there, where like games where you think they were had it. Like there was one game they were up, I think, might have been 10-0 after like the second inning, and they lost 13-14. Yeah, that was a very interesting game. I don't know. They've had so many other weird games, so I'm just glad that they're not playing in Oakland anymore. It's good.
Cat.
So
Let's see.
yeah, I think. Oh, I guess shout out to the Tennessee Volunteers. Won the college
Oh, that's
World
right.
Series for baseball.
Yep.
I will say college World Series is usually pretty fun to watch, just because.
Yeah, I had an old boss that used to go to it every year.
Ooh, that's. I've heard it's fun. I've heard it's a really fun time.
Is that always in Omaha?
Yes. Yep. Yep. Always the road to Omaha. Also, hey, before I forget too, if anybody wants to look at kind of a crazy video or crazy wreck, probably the GOAT of drag racing, John Force, was involved in
that's right.
kind of a scary crash over the weekend. So he's still in the hospital at the moment.
Cat.
So just our thoughts are with him.
Yeah. I remember him being great when I was a kid, and he's still doing it, and he's still one of the best.
75 years young, and he just won like a month ago, which is nuts. I was lucky enough to get his autograph when he came.
I am thinking about having Chinese food tonight. His cat.
Oh boy. Oh, gotta love kids, don't you?
You do. They're the best, but God, they can be a pain.
Well, Cody, I mean, I know we kind of dipped a little bit into this with a video game earlier, but do you want to talk about football?
I thought you'd never ask.
Well, I mean, we're at the point now where there's not really a lot of big football news.
No.
The Packers did announce that they're going to have a new, basically quasi-owner. They're the guy who basically runs their operations, the guy by the name of Ed Policy. It's an interesting name. Because the Packers have a rule. They have a rule that once you turn 70, that's when you have to step down from like the CEO position.
Oh, okay.
Which I think is, I think it's actually a good rule to have.
They should use that in politics.
Hey, I was just about to say the same thing. Great minds think alike. So this will be Mark Murphy's last year as Packers.
Okay.
Basically CEO. So hopefully they can win a ring for him. Much like Jordan Love just gave a ring to his fiance. So good. Congrats.
Oh, nice.
Couple. Yeah, congrats to the happy couple.
So she's about to get rich. So
yeah, because him, Tua, the whole nine, they're all gonna get paid.
Dak.
Yeah. Good.
Except for news on that, I just was reading today that the Dolphins and Tua are kind of at an impasse right now.
Oh.
They're expecting Love to get paid before him. So
yeah, I'm not too worried that the Packers won't get a deal done. In all honesty, but
I'm not terribly worried about it. I think I won't be surprised if the Dolphins make him play on the franchise tag for a year. It'd be stupid, but he's still gonna be
Yeah.
paid top 5 then.
Well, and that's the thing. Who knows? Maybe he plays on the tag, or they're like going to threaten to tag him, and then he comes out and balls and leads you out to the Super Bowl this year,
Yeah,
and then the price tag just goes up.
seen it happen before with
Yes, we
worse
have
quarterbacks.
Joe Flacco, but
That's
yes.
exactly what I was talking about.
Good. We're on the same page. So, hey, and speaking of Flacco, I'm going to go. I kind of want to do something now since we're about like 10 weeks from the NFL season starting. I just kind of want to go each week leading up until the season. I just kind of want to go through a division and just kind of break it down a little bit for what we expect from
Okay.
each team. If that's all right with you.
Yeah,
So we'll just go with the AFC North.
AFC that makes sense that way.
Might arguably be the toughest division of football with the
Yeah.
Pittsburgh Steelers, Cleveland Browns, Cincinnati Bengals, and Baltimore Ravens. I don't. The biggest wild card in that whole are probably the two biggest wild cards I think in that whole division reside in Ohio. I think it's Deshaun Watson and Joe Burrow, personally.
Yeah, Joe Burrow's ability to stay healthy.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson's ability to want to play. I don't know what the deal is. I mean, yes, he was injured last year.
Yeah. And yes, if you want to call it, his mind was distracted with all the off the field stuff, but that was his own doing, so there's no sympathy.
Right. I don't feel bad for him at all. But then you got to throw in where's Russ at?
Russ?
You got to yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. Like, is he going to start? Is he going to start for like 2 games and then they bring in Justin Fields? I don't know.
Is he worth a damn?
No. I'm going to answer that already. No. But I think Pittsburgh still probably wins 9 games because it's what they do under Mike Tomlin. But I do think still, and maybe it's just because they got beat by the Chiefs. The Ravens did get Derrick Henry. They made
that
an
is
already
true.
great rushing attack really, really good.
But how much does Derrick Henry have left in him at this point? I'm not doubting him yet, but he's got a lot of miles. He's had a lot of miles on him from high school through. Like he has been the workhorse everywhere he's been. Every game he's played at, he has taken the majority of the carries, and that will wear somebody down.
That is true.
Even though he is a freight train.
Well, the thing is, sometimes, you have that special athlete that no matter what, they can still ride it. Or ride their wave of greatness.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, well, and then, with Cincinnati, if Burrow stays healthy, obviously they're a Super Bowl contender. They just are.
Yeah.
And their defense played better down the stretch last year, too, even with their plethora of quarterbacks that they had to use. But, yeah, I don't know. It's such an interesting division because you have so many different puzzle pieces that are like, you don't know which ones are all going to fit.
Literally any 4 of them could potentially win that division.
Mm-hmm. And Pittsburgh's probably the least likely of all of them, in all honesty. But
yes.
But still, like, let's say either they unlock Justin Fields or Russ finds the fountain of youth.
I think they're the least likely to win it, but I also give them the least chance to finish last in it.
Ooh.
They're finishing second or third, in my opinion. Probably third. But, I could see Cincinnati winning it if Joe Burrow stays healthy.
Well, and that's the thing. You look at the other 3 quarterbacks in that division. Burrow has injury history, as we've noted before. Deshaun obviously does, and so does Lamar.
Yeah.
Ooh, I never thought about that one. That's actually, that is a good take, Cody. Round of applause for you. That was good.
Thank you. I'm a thinker.
I think here's the only thing we can agree on for that division. Baltimore has the best kicker in all football.
One of all football time.
Yes. Yeah. As much like fullbacks, we know kickers here. They also have the best fullback. Well, second best fullback in all football. But and Pat Ricard.
Yeah.
But
Use check.
Yeah, it's juice all day, every day.
Yeah.
We'll
I'm gonna.
we'll get to him on
Yeah.
every day, but
Yep. Dolphins also have a very good one, but
that's true. Green Bay needs to bring back a fullback. That's how it'll be. That's how we
you
get to
need
the promised land.
you need John Kuhn back.
I think he can still suit him up for a little bit. Hey,
I
who
bet.
knows? We might run AJ Dillon at fullback a little bit this year. You never know.
You could get Eddie Lacy in there.
What for the O line?
Left tackle.
Nah, we drafted a left tackle. We didn't need him there. Well, he can be our center. I've seen that work out good for extra running backs.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Zeke.
Yeah. See, anything else you want
Let's
to tackle
see.
from that you can think of from the AFC North?
Nothing really jumping out at me right now.
I am curious to see how Cleveland does with Jerry Jeudy. I keep forgetting that they have him.
Oh, yeah.
You pair him with Amari
Yeah.
Cooper, and then also
There's some good wide receiving cores.
That's true. But then also how healthy is Nick Chubb? Like, when can he come back after that gruesome leg injury that he suffered last year? Yeah, and Cincinnati with T. Higgins and Jamar Chase.
Is T. Higgins still there?
Yes.
He wants out, doesn't he?
I think he just wants a new contract. Or a big
Okay.
contract. I don't think they can give that to him. But now, the thing is with Cincinnati too, they don't have Joe Mixon anymore. He's in Houston. Don't have Tyler Boyd anymore. I can't remember where he went though. Maybe Tennessee. I can't remember. But yeah, it's just that's gonna be a very fun division to watch. Very slugfest of a division. I mean, it usually is anyway.
It usually is. It's a tough division every year. It's like some of the best football I've ever seen was back in the day with the Ravens versus the Steelers. Like, just brutal football. It was fantastic to watch.
There was a mutual hatred, but there was still a respect there. Like, you knew that probably 3 guys were going to leave that game maybe via ambulance. You just did because of all the hard hitting. But you knew it wasn't going to be because of anything like cheap, a la Fonte Perfect. But yeah, I don't know. It's going to be an interesting division to watch. And then
It'll be fun.
Yeah,
so who? Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
Predict the order of them.
Ooh.
I'm not gonna say records. Just first, second, third, fourth.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the Browns win the division. I can't believe those words just left my mouth. Yeah, the Cleveland Browns win the division. I'm gonna go with Baltimore at 2, Cincinnati at 3, and Pittsburgh at 4.
Wow! Even though you just went against what I had said completely.
I did.
I'm going
again. I think like all 4 teams could make the playoffs. They easily could.
Yeah. I don't know about easily, but yeah, I think
Yeah.
That is a very unique possibility.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna go Cincinnati.
Okay.
Then I would go probably Baltimore.
Okay.
Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Cleveland, because Cleveland will find a way to brown.
Yep, Brown's gonna brown.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't pick Pittsburgh to get last.
Yeah, I don't know. The more and more I think about it, though, streaks are meant to get broken eventually. They just are. Like Tomlin's like under or over 500 or better streak.
Yeah.
I think just one of these days it's going to end. And who knows, maybe this might be for the best. If Field sucks and Russ sucks, and then you get a good draft pick, and then you take a swing at a quarterback, maybe.
Yep.
I don't know.
I guess I don't even know who the next year's quarterback class will be, but
Deion Sun.
Yeah. And then Quinn Ewers.
Yep. Maybe Jalen Milroe takes a step up at Alabama.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, other than that, I don't know. Because there's always like 2 or 3 that kind of are like, where the heck did these guys come from?
Yeah, that sometimes works out. Like, I got a guy like Joe Burrow.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like he orchestrated the greatest college offense in history of history or anything.
Yeah. They were good.
So much talent there. So much talent. So So yeah, so like I said, each week or for about the next I guess 7 weeks after today, we're gonna just kind of roll through the rest of the divisions, just slowly getting us into football season because we're almost there.
It's getting closer, guys.
I know.
That's what this podcast is about mostly.
Yeah.
We like other sport. We like all sports or most
do.
sports. Basketball's not a sport.
But
Men's basketball, I guess.
Football's our bread and butter, though.
For sure.
Good save. As the leading podcast in women's sports.
Exactly.
That's what we're here for. So, I guess, Cody, anything else you want to touch on at all that you can think of?
It's been raining a lot lately, so I think this would be a good time to start a segment led by a certain lawn cutter.
Oh, are you talking about our weekly top 5?
Yeah.
So, as always, our weekly top 5 is brought to you by Lick Tags Lawn Care and Landscaping. They specialize in complete lawn maintenance and health, snow and ice control, and small engine repairs. Give the guys a call at 1-641-330-1927. That is 1-641-330-1927 for all of your lawn care needs.
Nice.
Thank you. Hey,
so
tied now.
Oh, perfect.
I know.
This week and in a couple weeks also. This week is the Howard County Fair of our local fair, I guess.
Mighty
Howard.
Yes,
they have races on tomorrow and the next night, I think.
Yep, Wednesday.
I don't know what.
Night.
I don't know what. I know that there's a couple bands playing, but
yeah, I think
I don't know what the other thing.
Plays Friday. Sawyer Brown is Saturday. I have no clue what Sunday.
Okay.
But
interesting.
Yes, I do love fair time. I mean, I'm not as much going into the fair now than when you were a kid and everything, but
right.
Sometimes it was still always fun. It
is, and it's a good place to eat.
It is because you got to pig out on fair food.
Oh yeah.
So what's our top 5 then, Cody?
Our top 5 is our top 5 favorite fair foods.
Yeah, just a fair warning. Everybody here, Cody included, loves my food takes. So
Andy's food takes are always fantastic.
We're gonna have.
I'm sure he has white bread. So, in a couple weeks, is the Winneshiek County Fair, which is where I grew up, 20 minutes away from Howard County. But one of my favorite foods there was always beef nuggets. They had chicken nuggets, but they were beef. At the I think that they discontinued in the last couple of years. They haven't been able to get a producer of them anymore, but Iowa beef producer. That was my number 5.
Okay. My number 5. I'm gonna keep it simple, but I love chicken strips and fries. They're nice and crispy. It's perfect.
You can't have all 5 of yours be the exact same thing. I'm just letting you know that.
Why not?
It can't be 5 chicken strips, 4 chicken strips, 3 chicken strips.
Just watch. Just you wait.
I can't wait.
Okay.
I'm already angry.
Mission accomplished.
My number 4 is actually another Decorah food. I don't know if the Cresco, but the Iowa beef producers have the beef sundae, which is mashed potatoes, roast beef with some gravy on top of it with a cherry tomato on top.
Ooh. I need to find that.
It's got mashed potatoes.
And it has gravy and roast beef. That sounds like heaven.
It is fantastic.
I could throw the tomato off. I don't care about that. Just give me the other stuff.
Shocking. It's a cherry tomato, so
Don't care.
Can you put a cherry on top of a sundae?
No.
Of course you don't.
I give mine away to whoever wants it. This should not surprise you. So, hey, sticking with a little Sunday theme, my number 4 is a good old-fashioned malt from the Moo-Mobile that we have in town. I love it.
Yep.
Especially on a hot day like today. Good old vanilla malt. It tastes so good.
Vanilla malt. all the flavors.
Oh,
Vanilla.
yes, I love vanilla.
Just let your ice cream melt. Actually, so my number 3 is also a Moommobile sundae or shake. I like it. Yeah, I do like their shakes. And I will say the Howard County Moommobile is better than the Wenatchee County Moommobile.
Okay, I'll take your word
A
for it.
lot
I've never
better.
been to the Wenatchee County Fair, so.
But it was actually one of my cousin's kids' graduation party. They actually rented the Moommobile for it, and it was fantastic.
Nice. Okay, so my number 3, I'm just gonna go with, you can get nacho. I love nachos so much, especially super nachos that you can get from any of like the just vendors. You get hamburger and stuff on it. Love me super nachos. That's my.
I do like a super nacho. That's a good one. I'll give you that one. That's more than I expected from you. I would have thought you would have just said like the chips without cheese or just plain Tostitos chips with nothing on them.
No, I love chips and any type of cheese dip, especially nacho cheese.
All right, number 2. I've realized there's a lot of beef on mine, and it's sticking with it. The ribeye steak sandwiches.
Okay.
They're always fantastic. Well, all they have is cookies, barbecue sauce, but for some reason that hits really well with it.
Nice.
I'm not a sauce with steak guy, but on a sandwich I'll have a little bit.
Okay. I'm obviously not. I don't like a lot of things on my sandwich at all. Like, this should not surprise you at all.
Nope.
Am I making you happy? Am I making you happy?
The Panthers won the Stanley Cup last night.
Good for you. My number 2, the giant, like, monster-sized corn dogs.
Oh, yep, that's a good one.
Like the extra foot long, like even more than a foot long. I don't know. Just
yeah.
Massive freaking corn dogs.
I do like a corn dog.
I know. Those are always good. Okay. Who's number 1 on your list?
Number 1, without a doubt to me, is cotton candy. I absolutely love cotton candy. I don't eat it anytime other than the fair. And I will say that at the Howard County Fair, the ones at the Carney Workers stations is not as good as the one right by the entrance, like that is made by local people. It is so much better than this Carney stuff. I don't know what it is different, but cannot wait to get me some cotton candy this week.
Okay. My number. Oh, do you want to take a guess what my number 1 is?
Yeah. No, I can't because chicken strips was number 5. I don't know what.
Can I put it back at number 1? Can I re-enter it in?
No.
I'm kidding. I love bacon cheese fries. There's a vendor that you can get them from. Yeah. Especially when they powder that thing with bacon. But yeah, bacon cheese fries, my number 1. I can eat those things for days.
You surprise me. I like that. That's a good number 1.
It has bacon. Who doesn't love bacon?
It does. I do. I saw a recipe this week for country fried bacon, and I really want to try it. Where you bread it and fry it. Nice thick piece of bacon, and yeah, I'm gonna try it. Andy, you cut out again.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I accidentally tapped my mic, so we're yeah.
Okay.
Somehow, but yeah, I'm looking forward to fair food.
Yeah, I don't know how many times I'll probably go. Probably twice.
Same here.
Yeah, I'll probably go for lunch on Friday, and then, I might take the kids. I might go 3 times. We'll probably take the kids for a bit on Thursday to walk around the animals or something, and then we'll do Friday. I'll go there for lunch, and then Saturday Sunday we'll go for they have a wristband night, but it's for the kids during the day.
Yep.
Might do that.
So bonus question, quick, while we're still on the fair topic: favorite ride? at any of the fairs that you've ever been to?
Ooh,
Like I like county fair, not necessarily like like your valley fair
yeah.
and like those types. But
I was always a big fan of the pirate ship. I don't know.
okay, okay,
I remember, like, I eventually ended up liking the kamikaze more, but like, I'm gonna say I had more great times on that pirate ship that goes up, like, gets you like this.
yep.
The kamikaze did all the way around, which I eventually loved that, but I'm gonna say I had more good times on the ship.
Yeah, I still don't have enough stones to be able to do those. I can't do them.
No,
Couldn't do it. No. I mean, I'm just a very classic guy. I like the little tilt-a-whirl. Do not recommend doing that after eating food, though. Did that a couple times. You don't feel good. Just an FYI.
ooh, that reminds me of when I was working in the Tumwa store.
Mhm.
Uh, a bunch of us went to Adventureland from
Oh
there,
boy. Oh boy.
and we went. I don't remember the name of the ride, but it spun around like the kamikaze,
Oh,
but
okay.
the thing also turned like while you're going, like it did turns like this,
Ooh.
so it did a lot more like upside down and turning, and it got stuck about 3/4 of the way around at the top.
Oh,
We were
oh
up
my
there for about
gosh.
15-20 minutes waiting for them to get us down. It was pretty awful.
Oh, that would freak me out. Oh my
It
gosh.
was it was pretty awful. They wouldn't even give us a free beer afterwards. I don't know.
Well, I should have given you a
I
free
was
something.
upset. I would have thought so, but nope, they just sent us on our way.
I will say too, aside from the tilt-a-whirl, I do love bumper cars.
Ooh,
Cause
bumper car. I haven't done those in years. I can't wait to get the kids on those.
ooh, see, you can do either you and Abby against Courtney and Aiden, or vice versa.
Ooh,
Like you and
that's a
Aiden
good
against
idea.
Courtney. And then that's who. See, it's always fun when you do bumper cars with friends or with family
Yeah.
members because that's who you hunt.
Oh
You
yeah,
just
you go hard.
yep, yeah. You let her. You
You
let her
take
rip.
you take all your aggression that you have ever held against that
Yep.
person.
See, that's where you line up in one corner and you just see a straight shot and you just book it.
Yeah, except for I always get like hit in the bit. You're trying to get there, just about to get there, and you get clipped in the back. Like, come on!
Or somebody else like they pull out right in front of you and it's like, oh, well this heavy
This,
impact was made for somebody else or meant for somebody else. Uh,
uh,
fun times.
yep,
Yeah, being a kid at the fair was always fun.
yeah. I remember like wristband night, man. That was something else.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know.
Didn't
That's
see
where.
parent. I didn't see my parents for hours.
Oh, I know. Yep, you were just with your buddies, and that's just like, yep. We'll see you whenever the wristband night is, or the time for the wristbands is over. Because I think
Oh
it
yeah,
ends at like
whenever the concert's
10,
done
11.
or whatever.
Yeah, but
Whenever the concert got done is when I was supposed to
I do,
get
I
back
do,
to the entrance.
I do remember the one year, and I think it was on wristband night on a Friday night. The tornado sirens actually went off because I think we had to go hide inside the expo and stuff. That was an
Okay,
interesting time.
bet that was chaos. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I can't remember how old I was at this point. It might have been. I don't know if I was single digits or if I was maybe like 10. I don't remember.
Okay.
But yeah, fun times. Very fun times.
Yeah, I think even that's changed a lot since when we were kids. Because like I don't see a lot of even like 10. Like I remember we were gone by ourselves with our cousins or whatever.
Mhm.
I cannot imagine leaving my kids. Like Abby's 7.
Yeah.
I'm definitely like this year. It'll be quite a few years before we're able to let her go without supervision. I think
Um.
there's been so much more awful things, or you hear
Mhm.
about more of it. So it's changed the way people look at that stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we in Cresco had it happen about over 20 years
Yeah.
ago, unfortunately. So it's like,
Yep.
yeah, you can't trust the carnies at all. There's some kind of, I mean, some of them are kind of nice, but some of them are just messed
Oh yeah.
up.
Some of them
I
are.
mean,
I mean, they're people, but
yeah,
there's good and bad with everybody.
yeah. So, well, anything else you want to touch on at all before we wrap it up this
Um.
week?
Well, let's hope Andy doesn't get anybody else to stop listening with his controversial takes. Uh. No, I don't got much else on. Let's just keep liking, listening, subscribing, telling your friends. And remember that fullbacks are people too.
You know it. Thank you, everybody, for listening. We will catch you next week.
Peace.